Hello friend, welcome back to MiniCooper Garage. I'm installing new clutch on this 2006 MiniCooper, and if you want how I will deal with it, you can stay with me in this video. I perfectly clean everything on the flywheel. This is spotless, there's no dust or grease left. The same happened on the brand new parts, which you can see right here, right? So these are the new ones right here. There were some spots of the grease or something. Maybe it was, the protective layer for storage, that it doesn't rust, so that it's all cleaned off and ready for installation. There is unfortunately a limited space in this area, so I might be getting in your way. Hopefully that will be minimal and you will get idea from this video how correctly install clutch. Now that clutch disc is asymmetrical, right? It doesn't look the same on both sides. The old one which I removed and that was original had actually text right here, and it was saying to gear side, right, or towards the gear side. This one does it opposite. It says right here flywheel side. That means this side needs to go against the flywheel, and that means I will take this brand new pressure plate, right, which is towards to the gearbox obviously, and the springs, let's put it that way, are going inside of the pressure plate like so, right? And now obviously this needs to be centered, right? It cannot be sideways, and that's why we are using this clutch alignment tool. Now the flywheel has two dowel pins. I hope you can see. And this position right there, basically, well, actually it's three of them. I apologize. 1, 2, and 3. So it's easy, right, to correctly position this part. All right. Now these three dowel pins are actually the little bit smaller holes on this pressure plate. So they are, as you can see, on the sides are a little bit bigger, and the one in center is the dowel pin. So I will carefully right now start installing. I don't have to use the tool yet. I carefully start installing this pressure plate and the clutch disc on the flywheel. Make sure you don't drop that clutch, right? It doesn't fly down on the ground and you don't damage it. Now look, it actually nicely goes there and sits on the flywheel. Carefully holding that whole thing with one hand, I can start installing these bolts. The manual says, the mini manual says, that you should not reuse them and you should install the new ones. Right? I don't know why they are not supplied with that kit, but that's the way it is. I have all 6 bolts holding that pressure plate to the flywheel, so I can start carefully by the hand, very gradually tightening those screws. And you will always go in cross pattern. Even I'm starting by the hand, right? It doesn't matter. I will already follow that cross pattern, right? It's 6 of them. I need to remember which one was done when. And that's the way it goes. Now there will be torquing later to the spec, but not yet. Of course, you didn't forget on that alignment tool, right? So you insert it in that clutch and start aligning that. I keep checking alignment of the clutch, right? I torque it by the hand, those bolts, and that's all I could do. So now I continue with less even than quarter turns on those screws using my small ratchet. And again, it's that crisscross system which I described before, right? Now I did enough using just the hand, right, the feel, and now I'm finally going to the torque wrench. The torque is 20 Newton meters or 15 foot-pounds of torque. And I'm doing again the same thing, right? So I will do only small turns if it's not enough, right? Max, I'm using quarter. And I'm following this crisscross pattern until the bolts will be all the way and I will hear the noise from my torque wrench. And I went many times around to carefully and equally bring that pressure plate on that flywheel. The bolts finally hit the end, so I can start again the same crisscross pattern, and now it's going to be torqued. Heard that? These are those 20 Newton meters or 15 foot-pounds as we discussed. Now I got rid of that long extension and I will torque it again, but this time, you know, without that adapter, so the torque is more precise. Okay, it seems to be it was good anyway, but I'm going to recheck it all around all 6 bolts. How much was that? 20.2. Perfect. Perfect. 20.4. How much was that? 20.9. That's still okay. 2 more. And the last bolt. Excellent. As you can imagine, using torque wrench is extremely important in these times. Now I have it perfectly torqued down. I can remove that aligning tool and the clutch is correctly installed on the flywheel. As you can see, it's not very difficult, right? If you break these jobs in the small step. In the next video, I will show how to replace, basically remove and replace that throwout bearing. That means you should be subscribed to this channel so you don't miss any of those videos. Thank you for watching today and have a wonderful day, my friend.